안녕하세요. Hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel. And today we are finally continuing with our reactions for Strong Girl Bong-Soon. And this is episode 3 and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get into today's video.
없다잖아.
도봉순, 너 학교 다닐 때도 그러더니 직장 다니면서도 똑같네. 시험 기간에 낮에는 하루 종일 학교에서 자고 밤엔 독서실 가가지고 밤새고.
Dude, she's an adult.
Yeah, I was gonna say she could do this now.
전화 드렸어?
아니 이제 하려고.
봉순이 어머님과 통화하겠습니다. 만일 허락하지 않으시면 아무리 급한 일이어도 데려가.
Oh yeah, because the mom. Yeah, I forgot what the mom's like.
Mom is definitely gonna give permission and I'm not saying this out of memory. I just am assuming
Because of her
it's
personality,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
안녕하십니까, 저 국두인데요.
그래 국두야 웬일이니?
제가 지금 봉순이 회사 대표집인데요. 봉순이가 회사
Yeah, see the-
대표인 남자분과 함께 밤 새워 일을 한다고 허락 내지는 의견이 필요한 상황이라서요.
그러니까 그 회사 사장 집에서
That's what she heard.
아니 밤을 지샌다는 거지?
예, 그렇습니다.
걔가 오랜만에 취직을 해서 아주 의욕이 넘치네. 아유 바람직해. 그래 걔는 됐고 너는 거기 왜 있어? 야 오늘은 사건 터졌는데 거기서 봉순이 애정 아니 사회생활 간섭할 시간이 어딨어?
The slip, the little slip. I mean, that's what he gets. I know he's being protective, but he was taking it overboard.
엄마 너
Yeah.
잘해라. 아니지만 난 뭐 거기서 네가 무슨 마음을 먹고 무슨 짓을 해도 다 운명이래.
Dad and brother.
Yeah, I like that.
대체 정확히 봉순이가 하는 업무가 뭡니까?
Frankly, it's
내가
none of your
경찰을 싫어하는
business.
이유, 모든 질문을 수사하듯 한다.
Well, I guess though he also has a personal means to be like this because they've been friends for so long.
우리 그때
I
경찰서에서
mean, yeah,
압니다.
but still, it's very.
Yeah, he needs to back away.
수사해 봤어?
아니 뭐 그건 아닌데 암튼 두 사건은 전혀 무관해. 그건 확실해.
그럼 더욱 여기 있어서는 안 되겠네요. 같이
I don't
서로 좀
trust you.
가실까요?
I mean,
내가 왜? 당신도 같이 자고 가면 좋은데.
The way he did the head tilt.
남자 경호는 안 쓰고 굳이 왜 여자 경호만 쓴대요?
저희 대표님이 남자를 좋아하는 취향이라서 스캔들 보고 차원에서.
This is gonna completely mess with her mind now.
난 너 이해가 안 된다.
내가 비서거든 저 사람. 그리고 그럴 만한 사정이 좀 있어.
아니 비서가 왜 근무 외 시간 사장이랑 같이 밤을 새니?
너무
Yeah, no, fair
걱정스럽다.
question.
나 바보
Yeah.
아니야. 가자.
I mean, technically, she's not spending the night with him. She's just at the same place as him.
너 저 사람이 허튼 짓 하면 바로 눌러. 알았어?
응.
남잔 다 개야. 개야.
걔 무시하지 마.
Or the puppy noise.
Also,
At
the
least
fact
we got
that
to
he
see him.
indirectly.
제 친구
Sorry.
He's calling himself a dog, yeah. But also, at least he's trying to be protected. Too much, but at least there is a form of protection.
아침에 가.
뭐 그러시던가요?
네 걱정 많이 하더라 네 친구.
Oh, he's jealous again.
지켜줄 거야. 그 목걸이도 그새
The fact that
경찰이
she
준 거야?
picks
아니요.
up on his
이거는 우리 아빠가 졸업선물 사준 거예요.
non-flirting with
제 사생활은 관심 좀 꺼주시죠.
Gokdu, but she doesn't
뭐?
pick up on his jealousy.
우리 소파에서 자. 난 침낭에서 잘 테니까.
He's such a kid.
I mean, to be fair, if I had the money, I would definitely have a secret library.
You mean two?
야, 그 소파 되게 좋은 거야. 잘 자라.
안녕히 계세요.
He's probably quite a lonely person now that I think about it.
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
definitely. Like, look at how he tries to impress in situations.
어릴 때 읽은 동화책에서 그러더라. 사람이 죽으면 별이 된다.
This is such their personalities.
별이 돼요.
아버지한테 엄청나게 맞았거든.
아니 근데 왜 옷장에다 던전 통로로 만드셨어요?
형들 때문에 옷장 안에 갇히긴 했는데 뭐 있어 보니까 편하더라고.
Yeah,
괴롭히는
that makes
사람도
perfect
없고.
sense.
참,
아유, 좋은 경찰도 많은데.
야, 너 왜 경찰이 좋냐?
Where?
아,
UNCUT.
정확하게 말해야지. 그 경찰 대체 어디가 좋냐?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
도야?
The child actor for Gokdu is also quite accurate.
Yeah, he's without meaning to be, he's just upfront and blunt. Okay, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. VRs are so freaky. I don't know if you've ever had one on before. She whooped your ass.
Okay, if he kept me out of my sleep, it would be war.
I mean, he didn't really. She went to sleep straight away. No, you too close.
Dude!
No,
you
personal
fully
boundaries.
deserve that.
The way he rolled back in. I so want to see him in a BL now.
워낙 여왕병이 좀 심하신 분이라 가지고 제가 어렸을 때부터 밥이고 반찬이고 그런 거 다 하고
If
자라서
you say one thing bad about this food,
감동 같은 so리 하고 있네.
I know, this food looks amazing.
그래도 내가 음식한 사람 성의봐서 먹어주는 도량이 있잖니. 먹어줄게.
아 먹지 마세요 그럼.
성질을 줘가지고.
He's not neurotypical, is he? Like neurodivergent or something.
엄청 썩. 하긴 뭐 그런 걱정할 필요는 없겠네요. 그쵸?
엉덩이 이쁜 남자가 좋더라.
Yeah, you forgot how strong she is.
아니 그게 왜 쓸데없는 얘기를
Then there comes the sweet voice. I didn't mean to do it.
서생어를 보고할 의무는 없지.
그래도 진술을 하다 보면은 자연스럽게 얘기를 하게 될 텐데.
그 경찰에 피습당한 부분만 진술하면 되지.
아니 그러면 수사 방향이 도봉동 살인 사건. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
저 옆집 사는 사람인데요. 아저씨 어제 세탁기 돌리셨죠? 아, 저 진짜 어제 시끄러워서 잠 한숨도 못 잤어요.
wow, she's just pulling a lot out of her
빨리 안 해.
thumb.
Yeah.
아 당신.
I love how he can't close the door.
흉내가 들어 세탁기가 있나 없나 그것만 확인하면 될까요?
이런 미친년.
신랑이 아저씨 잠깐만요.
Damn. I'm glad. It sounds good. I'm glad that we're getting swear words as well. It sounds really weird, but it's just a natural way that people talk, especially in this show.
잠깐이면 되는데.
뭐냐?
Oh, she's losing her composure.
겁도 없이 여자가.
참.
Because now he's also being creepy, but she's got to be careful here.
아저씨 제가 이러고 싶어서 이런 건 아니라는 것만. 아 차에 시동한 거고 여기서 뭐 하고 있어요?
어?
운전으로 가면 됩니까?
I love how she's just dragging him as if other people would be able to see.
Yeah. But also the way she's like, he's kind of aware of her strength, but then it takes him off guard still.
Yeah, of course.
여기 사는데.
그래도 죽인 거 아니지?
No, she didn't kill him.
숨 안 쉬는 거 같은데. 얼굴이 퉁퉁 부었네. 야, 너 때렸냐?
No, she smacked his hand away.
지금 얼굴 보니까.
자해라고 하기보다는요. 오, 모르겠다.
Wiki wiki.
있어야 질문에 대답을 할 거 아니야.
Yeah, no, you
때리지 마.
Look at his face. His eyes.
아유, 그런 거 보고 있지 말고 막 의자 이런 거 없나 한번 찾아봐봐요. 이런 것들 내가 다 해.
Oh my goodness.
사촌이 경찰이고
아, 그리고
내 전 여자친구 삼촌의 친구가 검찰청에서.
Right, okay. Yeah, okay.
그리고
아저씨, 잠깐만. 이거 잠깐만 들고 있으면 돼요? 네. 그리고 이 다리 이렇게 해볼까요? 잠깐만요.
Oh no, you're gonna shock him. Oh, he's accidentally gonna shock himself.
You got your answer. It really wasn't her.
아, 이렇게 했어요. 야, 진짜 오늘 왜 이래?
한다 진짜. 좀 차려봐요. 다시.
Gonna take a while.
대표님, 저는 이왕
I mean, yeah, that was a big shock for him.
Yeah, no.
이리 와.
At the very least, you need to like carry him back to his apartment afterwards.
He beautiful.
오토바이를 도난당해서 신고를 해놨는데 경찰은 소식도 없고.
경찰이 이렇다니까.
아씨 오토바이
Oh
도난당했어.
no.
내가
But then why was she being a creep stroking her face then?
야간 알바를 6달 동안 지나 했는데.
미안해요 아저씨.
에이.
죄송해요. 아니 내가 힘을 막 아무 데나 쓰면 내 몸에 무슨 일이 일어날지 대표님이 알아요? 완전 큰일 났잖아요. 아저씨 미안해요. 아저씨 집에 가세요.
I
Who
mean, I
says
don't
he's
necessarily
innocent?
trust him. Yeah.
Yeah, how can you say he's innocent?
두 사건에서 채취된 범인의 족적이 달라.
경찰 데리고 노는 새끼예요. 의사로 변장해 피해자가 입원한 병실에 잠입해서 납치하는 새끼가 뭔들 못하겠습니까?
Exactly. Yeah, he's the only one who usually makes any sense out of the cops.
살아 있습니다.
Yeah, you would know if she was dead by now. That woman he captured.
왜 최시원 경사가 피습을 당한 겁니까?
Yeah,
이건
exactly.
어찌되었건 경찰 소관으로 조사를 해야 되는 겁니다.
경찰은 국민의 민생과 안전을 지킬 의무가 있죠. 허나 국민은 우선적으로 자신의 문제는 자신이 책임질 권리가 있습니다.
You can't be a vigilante.
처리할 테니까 신경 끄세요.
이
Yeah.
보세요.
보고 있잖아요.
제가
Her face.
앞으로 도봉순 씨의 신변 보호를 맡겠습니다.
Of
she
course,
like
all
that.
three of them back to.
아무튼 그래서 그 경찰관을 이분 경호원이라고 착각한 거야. 그래서 습격을 한 거지. 기습 공격, 서든 어택.
그럼 제대로 된 경호원을 두셨어야죠.
도치 얘가 내 경원?
Oh yeah, because no one knows about her.
야,
Oh,
진짜 괜찮아.
he must be in so much pain.
아파.
It's so painful.
아, 발가락이 부러진 것 같아. 감각이 없어.
아 죄송해요.
Then maybe you should have put that sort of pressure on him.
아픈데다. 아, 너 정말 손이고 발이고 스치면 사고야 그냥. 저리 가.
죄송해요. 근데 저 진짜 개인적인 감정은 진짜 전혀 하나도 없어요.
Okay, that's a little bit of a lie. It was a little bit personal. A little bit.
부탁하신 그날 당직실 수술실 모든 CCTV 자료입니다.
아, 네. 협조해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Uh-huh.
챙겨. 가자.
But you know, something that I forgot about, it is about the eyes, because isn't that how I figured out the guy with last episode was his eyes, I think? Part of the reason?
누나.
아, 이게 우리 대표님.
아, 안녕하세요.
Yeah, the
네, 보시다시피
person
전혀
that she's
안녕
torturing.
I just remembered what she did to the other person that was working.
Did you
for
step
him.
on him?
대표님 바람 또 왜?
야, 나 입원할래.
네? 아 발가락이 실금간 걸로 무슨 입원이에요?
Only fractured your
네
toe.
발가락 아니다 이거야.
Yeah.
야, 아파 죽겠단 말이야. 뭐 쩔뚝거리면서
야,
싸돌아다니려고
좀
스타일 구겨지게.
VIP 샵?
한자박이라도
You fractured it.
비슷한가요?
야, 저 패션 테러 깔만 좀 제일 싫어해. 저게
I mean,
뭐야, 무슨.
it's not as
Question the most.
so it's not as if her having to push the wheelchair is a massive inconvenience to her.
Yeah, I know. His teeth falling out? What's that?
You massacre, no sadist.
Thank you.
부터는 옆으로 누울 수도 있대요.
여기 아직도 아파?
아, 기침만 해도.
Why would you slap him when his tailbone is broken?
콤비네.
아니 도대체 누나 왜 그래 요새? 지금 이 병원에 누나가 사고 친 환자가 몇 명인지 나 알아?
Right, so many.
조심 좀 해 제발. 갑자기 왜 그리 살펴났어?
Love that they actually
까지 왜
like
그러냐?
reference
나도
it.
조심하고 있거든.
너 여기 웬일이야 또?
Who are you talking to like that?
안민혁 씨가 그러니까 그렇게 발가락을 다쳐서 내가 같이 왔는데.
I'm worried for his
인사해.
girlfriend, by
여기
the way.
내 친구 도봉순. 얘
Because she
쌍둥이
looks
누나야.
like the other woman captured.
안녕하세요.
Is her playing
왼손이요.
hand?
잠시만요.
Or was it her holding hand?
여기가요? 아니면
Oh, she's
여기가?
falling for him. Everyone's liking someone else.
Something like that.
아, 예. 그 회사 직원들은 왜 죄다 그 모양이냐? 봉순아, 너 남자 너무 쉽게 믿는다. 남자는 친절하면 바람둥이, 불친절하고 사기꾼 그런 종족들이야. 아무튼 좀
You know you're
Damn,
a man.
that's a bit bleak.
You know you're a man too, right?
너 나한테 왜 이러는 건데?
Yeah.
뭘?
너
Badly.
여자친구 있잖아. 근데 나한테 왜 이렇게 잘해주는 척하는 거냐고.
뭔 소리야 그게 지금? 엑스레이 찍으러 가실게.
It's uncomfortable, but it's kind of necessary that he
Yeah.
understands where her head's at.
No, it's true.
야, 내 아빠가 여기까지
It would
와야
be
돼?
good for her as well to express herself. But yeah, it's kind of nice that he was trying to save her in this moment as well, because you could see she was upset.
Yeah.
I'll
Like
give
giving her out.
wheelchair-bound man a little bit of credit there.
Yeah.
오셨어요?
This is the role I want.
안 됩니다. 첼로 연주하는 분인데 손가락이 다쳤대.
Right, that's really worrying.
촬영 시작합니다.
But she
움직이지
likes you,
마세요.
she keeps staring at you. This whole weird someone liking someone else liking someone else. It's so complicated.
아, 나 씻고 옷 갈아입고 또 나가야 돼.
I mean,
몰라. 엄마 알아서
She
해.
has a job, so
아유,
she's not
진짜.
poor anymore.
그냥 덮치면 될걸? 힘만 세면
She
뭘
had
해?
to jump him. No, I mean, she broke his toe. She fractured it.
Yeah, I don't think he'd like it if she actually dumped him in that sense.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. She's too strong.
야, 넌 말도 안 하고 사라지면 어떡하지? 그 사이에 자기 병원에 쳐들어오면 어쩌라고?
아, 저 옷 갈아입으려고 왔어요.
야, 넌 기본적으로 애티튜드에 문제가 있어요. 근무 수칙에 대한 개념 탑재가 전혀 안 되어 있다니까.
아니, 저도 좀 씻어야 될 것
We
Everyone's
to
having
an
their own business.
extent, I kind of
자기
agree.
신병을 비관 중인데 의리 위생 관리 따위를 한다는 게 말이 되니?
예,
Oh, calm down.
위생 관리
Yeah, she,
따위를
like
해서요.
everyone seems to be
씻고
really
바로
talking
튀어와.
like down to her.
드라이로
this
머리도 말리지
episode.
말.
Right, yeah. Here we go. It's the music. This is not the telenovela. That's interesting. The music completely shifted to the same scene, but the music. You're in a wheelchair. Don't do anything right now that you want to.
만나봐서 정말 실력 있으면 스카웃이라도 하던가. 안 되면
He's gonna be interested.
귀에 바람 넣지 마, 이 새끼야. 입.
I felt that. Oh, I felt that.
내 앞에 데려와 거기 집에. 내 눈으로 확인했어 아니면 니들은 다 내 손에 뒤질 줄 알아.
I'm sorry, you will kill them? I can't see you doing anything like that.
I felt all of my body in pain.
You're in pain and I'm enjoying it.
It's not gonna end well for you guys.
그녀.
Oh, these, yeah, the kids.
몇 살처럼 돼 보이게 사갔어요.
Look like she's sucking on a lollipop.
헤딩?
She was old.
She was on, I know.
붙여 나이씨. 안 그럼 너도 이렇게 찢어 놓는다.
야,
뭐야?
이렇게 찢어진 거 어떻게 다시 붙여놓냐? 난 그런 재주는 없다.
이게 미쳤나 이게 씨.
Wow.
맞을까? 뒤질까?
야, 나 머리 맞는 거 싫어해. 그리고
Kick his ass.
Yeah, it's-
싫어하거든.
it's happened a weird amount of times.
It's also for the comedic
Come on.
effect that's going to come.
아, 네가 어쩔 건데? 어? 야, 어쩔 건데? 어? 자,
Yeah. Who do you think you're touching her like that? Just think all the way around.
출발합니다.
Also, technically with her strength, yeah, that could have gone on for hours. Days.
미국도 한번 갈까? 봐.
It's like she's their boss now.
자식들 빠져가지고.
해주겠습니다.
얘 그게 낫겠지? 야, 착하게
I love how she's
공부 열심히
reforming
하고.
street kids as she goes.
Did he just try and go back for her purse?
맛있게 사먹어라.
감사합니다. 누님.
Boss? He's calling her boss now.
반대로 또 좀 그래.
One day she's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because she's tiny as well.
I suspect he probably like was scared that she'd get in trouble, so
너
he
초과
wanted
근무수당 체크
to
중이야. 그러니까 컴플레인
kind
그만해.
of be the shield, even though technically she can handle herself.
겁니까? 제가 이런 부당한
하다 마음도 몸도 말 시키지 마. 나 좀 쉴래.
근데 지금 어디 가는 겁니까?
다치고 그냥 가주세요.
That house. I'll look after you. Just give me the house. Hey, Slow.
먹는데 정신 팔지 말고 용의 잘 찾으라고.
He already knows her so well.
내가 가족 소열 다 무시해. 계급장 뛰어. 경영 잘하는 놈에게 내 물려줄 거야. 민영 이거 해.
I mean, Minyu
잘
does have his own company, so that kind of makes
Yeah.
sense.
네가 뭔데? 네가 뭔데 우아자야?
게임 시장은
Super
완전
greedy, I would
불구조잖아요. 오성그룹의 아인소프트가 계열사가 되면 기업 이미지부터 달라지는 거예요.
Yeah, I'll be in the fakest right now.
그 부분을 높이 사는 거야. 너 이 새끼야! 너 그런 거 해본 적 있어? 이 새끼!
The wide-eyed look.
I feel really bad for him though. He's more upset by the dynamics than
아무리
anything else because obviously
생각해도
they're all quite
아버님이
greedy
거기
people.
아니 제일로 이 범인상이던데.
야, 조용히 하고 도봉동으로 가.
네? 대표님은요?
내가 운전해서 가면 돼.
Okay.
발가락 하나 다친 거를 운전 못 하겠니?
Your foot?
아직 그 발가락 하나 쓰다 그
Exactly.
난리 새 난리를 치고서.
다 들려.
네. 음악이라도 틀까요?
아니 그냥 가.
But it's also his love of games is why
욕한
he's so
것 같은데?
successful. He knows what kids
갑니다.
like.
저 대리운전 전화 받고 왔습니다.
Say bye bye.
Oh.
This is the whole scary
That's-
thing about getting into cars. Like cars nowadays, drivers. I mean, designated drivers without being able to tell.
스트레스를 너무 받아서요. 너 때문이다 이 자식아. 두통약을 좀 먹어야 될 것 같아서 약국에 좀 들리려고요. 들어가세요.
The little inflection that goes up to show the softness
거기서?
and
내일 내 집으로 출근해. 가락 하나 금강골로 웬 병원?
내 말이 그 말이다 이 자식아.
Near.
uh-huh.
간다.
Yeah, of course the mother's gonna be there.
깜짝이야. 뭐 이 동네 복조사 무슨 동네 본 적 해본 적이야.
니네 사장 되게 할 일 없는 모양이다. 너 맨날 데려다 주고.
태어나서 내가 본 인간 중에 아주 제일 할 일이 없어.
너 딸이지만
Wow,
아무리
the
어떻게
shade.
들으면
아니
Wow.
무슨 어떻게 해? 엄마 집에 가.
아유, 답답해. 같이 가. 아유.
어디 가는 거세요? 아 저 요즘 두통이 좀 있는데요. 근데 이게 제가 봤을 때는 진짜 100%
She's got a stress headache.
스트레스성이거든요.
And they hurt.
막 화난 거 있잖아요. 그거 진짜 예.
이거 필요한 거니까. 야. 야, 이거. 야,
Is that him?
성성이 좋아.
Wait, is that him?
뭔데? 이거 갑자기 살고 하나.
She has his DNA.
안 돼! 뻥이지. 안 뿌렸지.
안녕하세요.
Damn, she touched the killer slash kidnapper. But yeah, do you know how clothes have his DNA now?
우리 장모 회사 잘 다녀? 일은 재밌어?
재미? 그냥 그래.
너 사장 괴롭혀?
당연하지.
Yes.
그게 그 인간 하는 일인데.
나한테 뭐 성희롱 같은 거 어? 이상한 눈으로 막 쳐다보고 막 그래?
He looks at her in a weird way for her.
귀파. 내가 몇 번을 얘기해. 남자 좋아한대잖아. 아, 그래, 속상해 죽겠는데.
She just uses it when it's convenient to calm down the dad, and then the
Yeah,
rest,
like,
rest of the time.
don't worry. But the other times, just take him. Have babies with him quickly.
헐, 그 사장 완전 잘생겼던데?
말이라고. 춘심에 할 때는 밥그릇 마냥 인물이 그냥 아주 아유.
A라서 다행이지. 아니었으면 여자 관계 엄청
Head to
힘들었을 거야.
꼭도
fractured
괜찮은
toe.
희한한 방법으로 이해하는
엄마 그만해.
여보세요?
저 희지예요.
아, 네.
오늘 병원에서 여러 가지로 정말 감사했어요. 식사라도 대접하고 싶은데 언제쯤 괜찮으세요?
아, 안 그러셔도 되는데.
거절하면 제가 무한한데.
아, 그럼
He's a doctor.
저희
It's
야간
his
보니까
job.
점심이 좋아요.
눈웃음이다 살살 치고.
너도 눈웃음 쳐. 야, 그게 불법이니? 벌금 내니? 너도 그 사장한테 눈웃음 살살 치란 말이야. 발대치 말지 말고.
그만해. 야, 너 만날
I
거야?
mean, stepping on his
뭔지도
foot
모르고
was making a
거절하는
move
것도
because
웃기지.
her body
누구랑 같이
moved.
나올 수도 있는.
말투 떨어졌어. 말좀 사.
Look at it yourself. I'm sorry, you don't have any powers
너
anymore.
내가
I thought at least the argument would be, but the girl has a boyfriend.
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
Nope, not even one bit. This is why everyone should carry a weapon. Get him in the eye.
That's not gonna work.
No, it's intentional. He's letting her out for the fun of it. While he looks like Uncle
Yeah.
Fester.
Oh, don't you insult Uncle Fester like that.
Because he has a wrench, yeah. So this one isn't to kidnap, this is to kill, I guess.
왠지 난 힘을 제대로 써야 할 때가 곧 올 것만 같은 불안한 예감이 몰려왔다.
How's this the end?
Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the episode. I really want to hear what your thoughts were on that entire episode, because there was quite a lot that happened, in my opinion.
Yeah, exceedingly so. I mean, so much happened. I was just thinking, I didn't realize that much time had passed. I was genuinely enjoying it. Obviously, there was so much going on. Sometimes it feels like there's too many plots going on at one time. But again, we are so early into it that they have to establish these very important moments, such as the gang moments, and then the criminal, then the kidnapper slash killer moments, and the police think that, you know, there's so many things that they're trying to put together. So much happened. I mean, oh, yeah. It was fascinating, though, because there was a lot of comedy. The show does comedy very, very well. And there is this fine line between slapstick and then a kind of base comedy. And that's where they toe the line, which is there are moments where it is absolutely ridiculous and over the top, such as the criminal drooling, or obviously the one on the bed.
Yeah.
But then they interlace it with other things, so the comedy will tone down a little bit. With Bong-Soon, she touched the killer, the kidnapper, and
yeah,
that was interesting because I liked that moment. That was like, oh, okay, there he is. And obviously she's not going to think anything because she's being sprayed by her mother in that moment.
Also, for me, the kind of sad thing, and which, even though obviously this is a very supernatural story, it does have like moments of genuine fear that it grips me with, is the idea of such type of danger being right by you and you not realizing it.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's such a common encounter, and I think people would feel a lot less safe in life if they knew how often they encountered or almost encountered danger in life.
Definitely.
So
That's a good point. Because again, once you take away the comedy element and the supernatural element, there's a real underlining, frightening storyline element to it. You know,
yeah.
this is someone that they were this close to like capturing and then was able to invade them, which means this person is super intelligent, super smart, knows what they're doing, has probably what we know has planned this for a while with his creepy little, was it prison? The mother is, I think, a very important figure this episode. She's a frustrating person to watch, but also enjoyable. But the way she treats her kids is really sad to see.
Yeah, she's an interesting one for me because I would not say I like her, but in comparison to the first and the second episode, I find that there's more moments with her that were like genuinely enjoyable versus the first two episodes. So even though I don't like her character as such, I do think that she's starting to get a little bit of depth, which makes her more tolerable.
Definitely. There's definitely growth in her character development. We've seen that. Also, they're just adding again with her more comedy. So that way, though she does these things that make you go, oh, like why are you like this? But the comedy then, lets you have the time to laugh and joke and like, okay, like there's humor behind this as well before then, something else happens.
There's just a lot of complicated feelings going on there because there was definitely in this episode for me quite a few times where they did have a typical family dynamic that I actually enjoyed. Like the majority of the conversation about, oh, why don't you marry or you should sleep with him but you're not allowed to sleep with her type of thing that felt very family dynamic-y. So and like the dad just kind of like spectating and then dropping his 2 cents every now and then.
And then I want to get on to his secret room. It was nice development that he said about his mom so that she understands what he's going through. And then, they had a very nice moment like that. That was a sad moment, but a nice moment for both of them. Then for them to play games. A little bit of letting him have a little bit of his childhood. And then he got a little bit stroppy when he got beaten. But yeah, it's just interesting as well because it can be very fast paced when it goes like conversations between them and the shifts and then his attitude and then this whole he likes men when obviously we as the audience know he doesn't. He likes her, but then he does that intentional thing of riling up the Gokdu by touching him and moving stuff. Like it's just funny because she misinterprets Bong-Soon so much that it's so much fun to watch her get confused because she's paying attention technically to one person really.
But that's kind of what I like about the dynamics of the characters because we saw it very much in the hospital scene where he was like taking the injury to his foot way too far, but she wasn't really like letting up. So you don't really feel bad for either of the characters being in the dynamic that they are because they're on such equal footing with the way that they treat each other. I don't feel like one of them wrongs the other more than the other wrongs them.
But I do think a really nice moment to touch on was when he could see how upset she was, that he diffused the situation and got her out of it. I thought that was really nice. I think he's starting to understand how sometimes like there is a boundary, and in that moment he could understand what she really needed. So I think that was nice because he clearly does have issues communicating with people, and we now saw that with his family that it seems as if they put the pressure on him and I think he just wants love really, but instead he's got a father that is just very greedy, 3 brothers that are very greedy.
One thing that I quite liked, and maybe it's just like just a personal preference, but when they were in his hidey hole and they would talk, like he was asking her about why she liked Gokdu and so on, it didn't have that usual like, how in some dramas you get that like bitter, oh, what do you like about them even, it didn't have that energy. It was more like an open invitation of, just tell me what's going through your mind. And I actually quite like that because it felt like he just kind of wanted to get to know her and like what she preferred in a guy without attacking the person that she currently likes, which is not something that you get to see a lot in these kinds of dramas, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's usually a reason why someone asks you why you like someone. Yeah, I can see what you mean by that. There was definitely moments where he was just genuinely wanting to get to know her. You know, there was no hidden agenda. It was just two people communicating, and I think they kind of did that with the angles as well, where they would just kind of look at one another and the camera would flip between them, and there was no sound effects. It was more darker in its gradient and things like that to kind of show that they're just having a conversation.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say that I have mixed feelings about is the protectiveness that Gokdu has towards Bong-Soon, because on the one hand, I like seeing him get a little bit more emotional. Like we see him get emotional with cases and so on. But it's nice to see him get emotional with Bong-Soon. But there was this like parentification side to it that I really did not like.
Yeah.
So
there is a tone and a way in which he speaks to her that I do think is a bit too abrasive for how he should be talking to her, especially as they're supposed to be friends. This is not her father. This is not her older brother. This is supposed to be a good friend. And sometimes it feels as if he doesn't take her feelings into consideration. He views her as this little girl still, and as not as a woman.
Yeah.
And I think we got that as well from her when she backed away, and you could see she was genuinely hurt in that moment with how he was speaking to her.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they set it up so she actually kind of like confronted him a little bit about it, because I feel like if they just had him keep on pushing like that, it would have like just started to feel very uncomfortable with her, like just letting him cross boundaries and not saying anything because she likes him.
I also felt, only to me, it felt like it was a little bit of a setup so that her feelings may dim a little bit towards him, so that she doesn't have these rose-tinted glasses when it comes to him a little bit, so she can see him more as a human being rather than this idolized version of what she sees him as sometimes. And unfortunately, that means that comes with like that moment where he spoke to her, just so that a bit of dose of reality for her, as an audience, possibly that we see that it's a little bit means that it's waning. These rose tinted glasses, maybe she's starting to see through them a little bit.
Yeah. What I did like though is one of the reasons that she gave for why she liked Gokdu was that she felt, or at least this is how I interpreted it, that she actually felt vulnerable when she was with him, which obviously is not an emotion that she often experiences.
Yeah. She used the word defenseless and vulnerable. We've got all these words where she doesn't get to feel like that usually, because she's so strong and she has these powers, that these are probably words and feelings and emotions that she doesn't really understand or get to use. And he strips that all away and makes her just feel like a regular, normal person. And that's probably why she's also clung to him, because she doesn't feel like, in her mind, this super strong freak or woman or any that negative connotation that she has with her powers. And he strips that away and lets her just be like everyone else. The song I wanna hit on with you is about the mob, the mafia men.
Oh yes.
The phenomenal use of comedy, especially from the one that flew in the air. I'm guessing that's the one who flew in the air and got really injured out of all of them.
Yeah.
I loved his character. I was like, I want to play this character. This is what I want to do, because it was so ridiculous but so well done. Like, that actor clearly improvised most of what he did, and they allowed him to do that because of the way he would move. Like, him lifting his legs up and taking really long to kind of move with that little thing around him was clearly an improvised moment, which is great, which means this, if they keep using him, comedy is where we're going to get with him, and it's going to be funny. And hopefully one day they heal, so that he tries it on again with her, and then you're like, that's what you get twice. But yeah, having that mafiosa leader come out was also an interesting plot point.
Yeah.
Because obviously he wants her to work for him, because obviously he wants the muscle. And then seeing that she is about a 4'11" like thing, instead of, I'm guessing what he pictured was this 6'4" super muscular, yeah, woman, and it turned out to be the complete opposite, and then the shock. But he was an interesting one because I was like, I don't feel one bit intimidated by you, but yet everyone else around you feels more intimidating. But that's what's great about the comedy of it.
Yeah.
Going, you wouldn't do anything, everyone else would do it for you, but clearly, you know, we'll get there with that. But I really liked that they were back in this episode, and just all the people she injured were literally on the same floor, only 2 doors or something like that away from one another.
Yeah. No, it was I don't know, I liked how they're using the characters that we were introduced in the first episode that kind of seemed like they might not be reoccurring cast, very strategically to lighten up the humor.
Definitely. And something I really liked, which is the ending. I really liked the ending because she just said, I'm going to have to use my powers soon. So that felt like she was saying, this is the beginning of the end for my powers. It was kind of like an interesting touch on there because she was like, I have to use them. Even though clearly I'm guessing she was not anywhere near where that woman was attacked. It was more to do with she sensed it because that's clearly what it implied. And with the but I like that because I am now wanting to see if the next episode is going to be a lot darker. I get the sense it's going to be a lot darker into, and there's still going to be the comedy, but because of what we got at the end and the killer kidnapper taking another victim and the way she ended with the rain on her, it feels like they're telling us, here comes the switch. Here comes the shift, and we're going to have to go into a darker episode because we need to really highlight him again and the dangers he is. And the fact that she's got to use her powers soon. But this is only like me theorizing.
It is interesting because we're only quarter of a way through, but like we are at the first quarter mark, so it does feel like there needs to be the first shift into something more. So we'll see what that is.
Well, it definitely felt like that. That's what that ending felt to me, was there's going to be a shift. It just the way it ended, it just felt like something is coming. So all I can say to you, Janae, is grab that pillow. Trademark that.
But yeah, so you still, just to confirm, you're still invested, right? I have not yet made the wrong decision in introducing this series to you.
I am definitely invested in finding out who this person is, why they're doing what they're doing, and also just a bit in Bong-Soon's life. I'd like to, that's the whole point. You want to know a little bit more. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying it. And the fact that a show that is 65 minutes just kind of rushed by. Like, it just went by so quickly. And I was like, oh no, it's ended. I want more. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, well, that is the end for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.